So here's one of these bizarre things. Here I am, parked in distribution centre. The one is not the one I'm delivering to, though. The one I'm delivering to is just down the road. But it's absolutely chock-a-block. You can't get. There's no parking or anything in there. A bit dirty. There we go. See me now. There's no room or anything in there in the entrance to get in. So I've come up here to the dead end to turn round and to see where there is to park. So, like I say, this isn't where I'm delivering. So I thought I'll just sneak in here and I'll just sleep here the night. But the only problem is I'm looking about. Everything here is dry freight. Nobody has a fridge. This isn't a cold store. So I'm a bit of a giveaway with my fridge rattling away, and the only one with a fridge, I sat here. I think I'm gonna maybe go talk to people, see what they say. I don't want to get slung out in the middle of the night. So I think I'm just gonna stay here. I'm just gonna shut the curtains and ignore anybody who comes knocking. Okay.
So be careful around the 22.
What can they do? They can't. Apparently, it's illegal to tow your weight inside the vehicle. It's only just down the road, so this is ideal. Like I say, the only thing is, I'm the only one with a rattly fridge going away, and everybody's got dry freight. Look, everybody else comes in. Dry freight, dry vans. Oh, God. Oh well, I'll be right. What's the worst they can do? Ask me to leave? Apparently, so it worked out. I just talked to a dude down there, and there's only one security guard. He's in his hut, and he doesn't come out of his hut, so that should be fine. Good night. Here I am in the tyre shop in just north of Palm City, and it sounds like a Mexico singing, dancing club here. I'll have to get away from the music, because if I don't talk over the music, we're going to get a copyright infringement again, like on the last one. So, like I say, check your bloody tyres. I had a tyre on the inside on the steer, was wearing off a little bit, it was wearing funny. I didn't like the look of that, so I've taken it off. And then with taking it off in time, we can now use it on the trailer. Put it on the trailer, and then we've got a really good tyre for the trailer. It'll wear right to the end of its life then. You leave it too long, well, you can't fuck about with steer tyres anyway. Just do not fucking ever risk it. If it starts to turn a little bit, get that fucking thing off. Get it off, get it done. Get it on the trailer, it's alright, it's happy back there. Never ever on the steer. So I'm going to do this, then I'm rushing now. I'm trying to get my loads all brought forward. Hopefully, I'm going to get one of them on today. And then there's another 6 down in Homestead. I'll be on the doorstep. Hopefully I'll get one of them on tonight. Boom, all the way back up and get the hell out of here before that tornado Ian hits, because it's, I don't know if they're scaremongering on the telly or what. You know, the media like to do shit like that. They don't like to tell you the bad bits of the story, don't they? But I don't know, talking to a few people, they seem to think it's going to hit hard. They're all getting sandbags and everything. Oops, I want to get out. Here I am down on the farm. I think I fucked up. The old man said, "So John, the boss is going to fuck me on this one." Oh God, this is going to be bad. Anyway, so like I say, I got this front tyre changed, didn't I? Because oh God, I've got 2 Falcon steer tyres on my trailer. Not a bad tyre. Good tyre. Good tyre. It's got a little bit where it's gone in a little bit on. You know what? I'm sat on it there. Look there, just a little bit, but it's not that bad at all. It's a pretty good tyre, is that? And that's a steer tyre. When I went into the tyre place first, my idea was to change the tyre onto my front tyre, yeah? Just swap that tyre that I'd seen, that was really good. That was changed when I was on holiday. So that's the thing, when you go on holiday, you don't know anything about what's being changed on your trailer or tyre or anything like that. So it's always good to keep the same trailer as well, because a lot of people change trailers and stuff like that. I don't like that at all, because you don't get to know your tyre. Anyway, look, we've got this lovely ASH muddy thing. Whoever this is, but it's a nice pattern. It matches my other pattern. So right, so that was the idea. Keep up, yeah. The idea was to get it changed, that tyre, put that tyre on there, and the dodgy one, that was tearing off on the trailer. Happy days, yeah? Then when I was speaking to the bloke, I came to the wrong side of my trailer in my haste to get the tyre changed. I said, oh yeah, I want to put this one on the front and I want to put that one on the back, blah, blah, blah. And he says, you can't do that, look at the state of it. It's all worn, you'll be bouncing down the road. And this is not that bad. And I thought, fucking hell, I don't remember it being that bad. So I agreed with him. I forgot that's the one we changed the other week. That's got a plug in, that one. But, in my defence, when the boss starts having a hissy fit, he shouts at me, you know, as well. When he starts shouting at me, I don't know anything about that trailer tyre on the other side, the Falcon, and I don't know. There's only a reason I can think a steer tyre is on my trailer is because it's got a plug in it. Otherwise, if it's a good tyre, it'd be kept for the steer, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? He's going to shout, isn't he? Yeah, he's going to shout. Oh, well. Let's just add to that. Right, that should be my plants over there. They've only got 12 foot, so I need to mark out exactly what the what length is here, because as well, because I've changed around the pickup order. This is meant for tomorrow on the way back up. I've put it on today because, to be fair, I usually get held up at this one a little bit, and because it's California stack, as they say, they stack them into each other and up like that. You've seen it before, I've shown you. They take a lot longer. A lot of the other places are just boxes, so I can jump down there, chuck them all on myself, and happy days, get out there, you know what I mean? And rush the job on a little bit. Because I've messed about with these, the farm, where she was a bit, oh, well, that's usually our makeup stack. So if you put that on first, you know, we can't stack it up a bit higher and things like that. So I've got to make sure, otherwise I'll fuck up, because I've changed the loading order. So I've got to make sure they only take their 12 foot that they're allocated, you know what I mean? When you're doing multi pickups and things like this, you've really got to watch them in the back, how much space they're taking up and stuff like that. Otherwise, you're going to get to your last load, you're going to be bollocks, you're going to be shit creek without the paddle, because you're going to not have enough room. And I don't fancy the idea of having bloody plants and shit in my cab, that's for sure, because they come along with them creepy crawlies like that bloody frog, don't they? Pete the frog. Well, it's happening. We're in it. Well, we're not in it. This is just the start at the moment. If you can hear me over the noise, we are down just west of, southwest of Miami, Homestead, and the this is forecast all around here, look, all around this bottom end, right up to where I'm loading. Storm watch right now, danger zone, danger, danger. But this isn't hurricane, this is just storm warning. So we can do this. It's just a bit wet, isn't it? You know what I mean? A bit wet and a bit noisy. People get out of the way. I'm trying to get to my first pickup down here as well. I've got the first one on, which I told you before when I was there. So this is the second one. Hopefully I'm going to get, it's just coming up to 4:30 now. I'm only 20 minutes away, so hopefully I'll get this one on before we go home. I think they'll wait for me, this one. Get this on, and then over to my next one. I'll drop the trailer there, and I'm going to go have me a steak, I think, tonight, before I have to go hell for leather everywhere. The fucking road gone. There it is. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the road. Merrily, merrily, merrily. How is it like a submarine? Submarine goes under the water. So how do you row your boat gently down the stream? Is it like a submarine? Anyway, chickens running all over the place, and tell me there's a restaurant around here, but I said to him, can I get down there? And he said, yeah. I said, RV's parked round there, he says. You'll be alright. That's mine. I don't want to go through these big holes. Yeah, the trailer's just a few miles down the road. I really wanted to go out and eat tonight because I haven't been out, and I know after I get this load on, I'm going to be push. So there's not going to be much chance to going out. So like I've mentioned before, I like to go out once a week. So I can get round. What can I get chickens. I think I've got to go out to come back in again. Let's do a out to come back in. That looks the way. There's taco vans and everything. Is they waiting there? I can't see jack bugger. Let's look a little peaky with that mirror. There you go. We're out of that bit. Big truck coming through. Yeah, I've got to go out to come back in. Meanwhile, where's the dude sent me? I feel like Big Trouble in Little China. Quill's Tavern or something it's called. Where is he? Oh, he said to get RVs and that part near my green bay. Really? Well. Oh, what's that? ¿Dónde puedo parcar?
You see that little road for the bikes?
Oh yeah?
On that grass area right there.
They park on there? What, and the police won't bother me?
No, it's not there.
Okay. That'll
Or
work.
the other option is along the edge of the road, but I think it's better right here.
Yeah, and you sure the police don't bother? No.
Unless you can find something here to be more safe.
Yeah.
And the park right there.
The bar's right there?
Yeah.
Okay. And your food's right there.
Yeah.
Everything I need. Thank you. What do you think, guys? Quill's Roost Tavern, it's called. They're one of those chickens all over the place. I'm going to park and take up a few of these places. If made you that trailer, don't do that. I want that place. I'm gonna have that place. It's my place. That's a me place, is that place. If I stick my two wheels over the edge of there, that ain't gonna work. That's on the sink right down there. Back in a minute. It gets better, doesn't it? I'm just wondering how deep this fucking hole is there. I'm just going to stick my front end in there. What do you think of that? Just, or back in. Yeah, I think, I know I can get out this bit, yeah. Through these big old puddles. I'm just going to get that, so where all this nice garbage is hanging about. It's nice. This is so Mexican, more Mexican than Mexico. It'd be right, won't it? It'd be right. What's that say? No parking. Trucks will be destroyed and blown up. That's owner's risk. Here we go. That'll confuse him. Oh, he's all confused now. What are you doing there? What do you go there for? Oh, that was my bit of road. Oh, that's going down. Here we go, we're in. I've got 2 more pickups round here in Homestead, and then I'm heading. Are you going to stop, dog? And then I'm heading up to Apoca, which is north of Orlando. It's been raining now for 24 hours. It doesn't really stop, and then you get a horrendous downpour like this. I'm still down in Homestead. Problem now is we're flooding. Obviously that's a lot of rain in 24 hours, that's a lot of water. A little bit of bad advice, taking a leave of bollocks to you. Be careful with the trees when there's been this much rain. Same as when you get snow and stuff like that. Your trees that used to stand at 4 metres or 13.8 or 9 or something like that are not at that height anymore. You will whack into them. times not to be tree whacking. No extra points for tree whacks. I'm done with this weather. My waterproof jacket has given up on the waterproof, and I'm just wet now. I'm just wet. I've figured it out that many times. But the one blessing about it, it's warm. It's not cold. It's still 25 degrees, so you know, hey, it's only water at the end of the day, isn't it? It's only water. My main concern is when I get out to start heading north, the traffic. The traffic's going to be bad. The airport's about to shut down and close at the airport at Tampa. They're all boarding up. That thing keeps going off like it's going out fashion. It's turned off at the moment, but it's still...
Issued a special marine warning for Florida Bay, including Bond Sound, Blackwater Sound, and Budwood Sound until 12:15 p.m.
That's got... My CB comes on emergency warnings, even if it's turned off. It'll turn itself on. It's pretty cool. I've got the app on that. But annoying at the moment because it's on all the time. It keeps turning itself off. There's that much going on. It is in a state of emergency. It's no bullshit. It's happening. Look at this, I'm dripping again. Just as I got here, it decided to start. Can't get on the bays. Wonder why. They just turned the docks into a swimming pool. That's pretty deep there. Like I say, there's a lot of water. A lot of water, so I've had to come up the side of the offices to get loaded. But we're in, so that's the main, and we're getting it on. That's the main. That's all that counts, doesn't it? Definitely does. So I'm gonna have a cup of tea, I think, and weigh the situation up. Oh god, that's really wet. I've got some really good news. Agasta, I've just got a message from Wendy at Morgan Creek, and she says, well, Agastarts, Agaristis, or whatever they're called, they've just cancelled their order. They've got snails in the plants, which we don't want snails in Canada. They just want the plants, not the snails or frogs. No one wanted pets or hitchhikers along the way. So that now I've just got this one here, and that leaves me just two to pick up in Aboca, which is fine. I'll definitely get those on. So it's hell race now. It's currently, I think it's about still 400 miles away off Cuba somewhere is the storm at the moment. Ian. The manliest name, but it could have been worse. Could have been Kevin, couldn't it? Storm Kevin. So it's yeah, about 400 or 500 miles away. So I've got a bit of time, and a great bit of news. The governor of Florida has just e-log exempt everybody. So e-logs are written off, exempt. Just get the hell out of there. I wonder how far you can actually push that. Then, do you think a safe distance from Florida be Washington State? You think? E-log exempt? Maybe not. So yeah, that gives me a free passage basically straight out of the state, and just keep her lit and keep going. Which is, it's a shit, but you can't be going. It's like, I don't know, you can't be, oh god, you've got to stop. Your taco e-log says you've got to stop, and you're in going into a hurricane or something like that. So you know, it's just common sense. It really is. So we're allowed to move straight out. So that just gives me the two. I've got the pin code to get into one of them. They'll leave them out. Two brothers, they're great guys. They'll leave them on the dock for me. And then the other one is another really nice guy. He'll come out and help me put the boxes on and things like that. And even better, one of the big companies has taken that collection to my last one, so I can put it all on there for me, because they shut quite early. So you know, everybody's come together. It's been pretty good actually. If it will come off now, and then I'll just kick it to the other side of. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long night. It really is. You know, I want to get going as far out as possible. So it's going to be one of them. But once I've done it, then I'm back on track and I'm away from this storm. Otherwise, if you sit it out down here, it's going to be Friday, Saturday before it calms over, and then there's going to be shit all over and stuff like that. I can imagine. This is going to hit hard, I think. Stephanie says it isn't. She says I need to grow some balls and shut up and get on with it. Thanks, Steph. But she does say that when it's snowing as well to me. It's just snow. Deal with it. Yeah. just pulling in the loves here. It dug up is the road. It was the right thing to get into. I've still got probably 350 miles in my tank, but it's a bit of an advice, take it or leave it, bollocks you if you don't want to. You're going into anywhere where it's going to be bad conditions, snow, adverse weather conditions or anything like that. Fuel up, don't leave your fuel to run right down low or anything like that. Plus, once I get out the other side of Orlando and start going up near the Panhandle, I imagine there's going to be a lot of traffic going up there as well. And I don't want to be messing about having to fuel up and everything like that. So I want to get my fuel now. I've got plenty of fuel. That'll give me 1,200 miles. That'll get me well out of Florida then. Way out there. If we ever get onto the fuel pump. If Daft Logistics or Draft Logistics sorts his little speed freak trick out, whatever he's doing. There you go, behind that tanker, that's it. There you go. Go on, go on, go on, go on. No, decisions. Should I go for that one, or should I take 3? Oh, you've taken 3. Cock. I hate people who do that. Just take one pump, you P9. And then we have a mystery man that's fueling his back tyre. Why would you be putting fuel? And don't, before somebody says he's pumping his tyres up, there's no airline on this pump. And we wait. And we wait a little longer. A little longer. It's only 5 o'clock, it's only early.
Is in effect for this area for dangerous and damaging winds. This warning is issued up to 36 hours before hazardous conditions begin. Urgently complete efforts to protect life and property. Have food, water, cash, fuel, and medications for 3+ days. Follow instructions from local officials.
Right, so I've had 2 of those since Miami. I'm just coming up to Orlando now. It's looking pretty grim out here. It's not looking good. I've got alarms going off on the CB, like I said before. I've got alarms on the phone going off, extreme alerts. All the toll roads are lifted the actual toll on the payout and on the toll roads. No tolls. So that's nice, isn't it? Good. But up to now, touch wood, traffic's yes, I've got the extreme alert. Traffic's not too bad. I've been watching it's very, very close to the bottom of Florida now, is the actual eye of the hurricane. So it's pretty shitty. Traffic doesn't look too bad, apart from over near Tampa, which is to be expected, and it is rush hour traffic. So, and now we get it in Spanish, just in case I didn't get it the first time. That's annoying, isn't it?
Servicio Nacional de Meteorología. Aviso de HURACAN en efecto por vientos peligrosos.
Yeah, alright, thanks. Yeah, we've done that. So yeah, we've got the traffic's alright getting into Orlando, so I'm only 28 mile away from my pickup, so I'm going to give me 2 pickups. I'll get those on, so that's going to give me, I'm going to be in a couple of hours before I get out there. It's coming up to 7 o'clock now. Have a look at the traffic again. I'm hoping this is just rush hour traffic and people are leaving it till tomorrow to leave, hopefully, and then it won't be too congested. Otherwise I'm going to have to go back road and stuff. My only option really, so the weather forecast is saying, is go to Jacksonville and up through Atlanta and that way, over Montana, that way. So that's the plan. But it could change in the next couple of hours. We'll check again. Here you go. We have tip of the day now. Right, when I'm reversing, I ain't got any reverse lights on this. So what I do is, well, I have on the truck but not on the trailer. I just rest my foot on the brake, gives me all my brake lights. If you're in some dicky dark place like this, there you go, tip of the day. So that's it, all the load is on. So was Era coming into the places? I think it's really cool that and nice that they let me come into some of the places and load up when they've all gone home and give me access to the building and everything. I think this is really funny. Very cute. Help me get me out of here. I need air and water, please. Pretty cool, isn't it? So that was just 50 boxes I put on there. If you do get access to other people's property and buildings and stuff like that to load, remember, leave it exactly as you found it. Don't forget to do your paperwork, sign your paperwork and all that shit, and then they'll let you come back again, because it really does make a hell of a difference being able to get the load on a night rather than having to wait till 8 o'clock in the morning. Obviously you all know that, you know the score. So I'm just going to put this bits of paper up here, and it's dicky dark out there. Still flat calm and everything, so calm out there, it's weird, eerie in fact. So I'll just leave these here and we'll crack on. So we've had the coffee and we've worked out a route, but looking at this, we've got a bit of a shit show going on there, but it's only 6 minutes, it's saying, or I'm going to go up round here and then I will be ahead of it, just in case it gets any worse, because that's where two major roads, the road out of Tampa comes into it and stuff like that. So that's what we're looking at the moment, and this one doesn't seem to want to work right. My radar has decided to poop itself and not work. I don't know which way I'm gonna go when I get up here. When I get up to whether to go straight through Georgia, Atlanta, or go the usual way that I go through Texas, New Orleans, because then I can get away with running a lot further, E-log exempt, because Florida goes a lot further that way. So that's what I'm thinking, and I don't know. It's looking at the thingy, the radar now. It looks pretty fucked. You can't believe, you know, it's just as calm as anything here. Look at it. Oh, the fridge just started. Look. Well, you can't really see, can you? Let's have a look. It's just flat. Nothing. No wind. Nice temperature. You see the sky? You can see the sky even. Look over there. No clouds. But there's the radar. Oh, wherever it's gone. The radar is showing me, look at this, that it's already touched down on land. And it's at a category, where did I see it? Category 3. Which was that, about 120 mile an hour winds. So I need to really get... Something stinks in here. The cab's an absolute disaster. It really is. Way like mad. I've changed my t-shirt twice today. Oh, it's my jacket, because everything's a bit of me as well. Look at it. The shit I love about it. I can't be bothered with it now. I'm just gonna get on. Because obviously you've still got the air conditioning on, because it's red hot and warm. My boots haven't. My boots haven't. The boots haven't dried out. Jackets hasn't dried out either, because like I say, you've not got the heater on as a rule. It's when it's hot, like wet, it's cold, isn't it? As a rule, you know, coldish, so you have the heater on, but not here, that's for sure. So let's get the hell out of here. Here I am in Georgia now. See the white trucks on the left hand side there? They're all the electric board and stuff. Over the last day and a half, it's been overwhelming actually to see the amount of heavy machinery heading down into Florida. It's gone up to a Cat 5 now, they reckon, when it's going to hit. That is serious shit. Now, yeah, there is absolutely hundreds of these trucks heading down there, and people, first responders, fuel, there's all sorts. There's another 2 there. All the hotels have been full when I pass the hotels of these white trucks and things. Generators, hospitality units, trailers, first responders, you name it. They're all heading down there itself. They're coming from all over the country to get there. That is absolutely amazing. You know, I think this is going to be super serious. It's going to be shit is going to hit the fan, this one. They are spending this sort of money and sending all these people down there for shits and giggles, that's for sure. That definitely is, you know, it really is like overwhelming to see it all. They're going right into that shit where everybody else is getting out. They're having to go in there. You know, obviously I know they get paid, but Jesus, at the end of the day, that is some graft, isn't it? Really is. I wish this mate had moved up the middle lane, but I'm out in the clear, thankfully. You know, there's the tree surgeon, tree fellas, whatever you want to call them. Can you call them tree fellas now with the equal rights shit? All those people, everything you can imagine that needs to clean up a storm or help keep the electric on and power on the grid and shit like that, they are heading south. And the whole west side of Tampa and that, all the roads are closed down now. You can't get anywhere near there at all. Just glad I got out. So nothing really eventful to tell you that happened after leaving Florida and getting up into Atlanta, apart from I didn't get on very far at all. Progress was absolutely poo yesterday. I managed about 580 miles, which isn't a bad day really at the end of the day, is it? But every time you come up that way, it's to be expected when I go up Atlanta and come north and come back home via South Dakota, because you've got a full day. Basically coming out of Florida is usually bad if there isn't a hurricane going on. It runs pretty well, but once you get up to Atlanta, there's a lot of traffic. It's a lot of industrial around there, a lot of roads coming into it from all over the place. It's a bit like the M25 in England kind of thing, at ridiculous speeds. So you do tend to get a couple of accidents in there, and there was. So that held me up going through Atlanta. Then I got out of there, got held up in Nashville. Then on from there, I got held up dropping down the hill into Chicago, into Choo-Choo, as they call it on the CB, Chicago, and so on. So you've got three major cities to get across, and in between it's very built up and everything. So you imagine you've got a lot of traffic. So 580 miles in a day isn't really a bad day. Today's been a lot better. I'm touching nearly 700 today. I've got another hour left, and so it went just, what am I at, about 680, something like that. So I've had a good day today. Pretty happy with that, I'll tell you. Really got on and got the job done today. Glad I got that front tyre changed, I'll tell you, put another one on. That wobble was getting it was horrible. It wasn't hideous, but you could hear it rattling through the back as well. It was really annoying me. It was annoying the hell out of me. So I'm now up on the 29, Interstate 29, which is runs. So I've come across sort of northwest. I went north up to Atlanta and then went northwest, and I've been going northwest most of the day. And now I come across here, jump on the 29, that goes directly north. Directly, well, I say directly north. Look at my compass. A little bit off the north. Anyway, modern day old hats sat nav there. Look at that, old school. Look at this. This is a little bit of bad advice to you. I'll leave a bollocks to you. Look at my sat nav, GPS, whatever you want to call it. What's all that about? What we're going off, shooting off up there to come that way for? Let's have a little detour, eh? I've noticed it does this a couple of times just lately, whether it's getting tired and old and that's what it's been set to do, so it can get you to buy a new one. But they do that from the beginning. Sometimes mine comes up and tells me on motorways or freeways I can't go that way because there's a weight limit. And I do upgrades on it as well. You must remember, do your firewall update on your firewall, update your maps and shit like that. Otherwise, if there's any change, you aren't going to get it. So you can't blame the sat nav because it's all of a sudden you'll be driving in a field because they'll build a new road or something like that. But I do those, you know. So it isn't that. It's just every now and then it wants to do stupid things. Every now and then as well, it'll take me off or try to take me off the motorway and then put me down at the other side. Are we bored? Somebody chuckling at me in there. Yeah, laugh it up, chuckles. So that's the thing. I'm going to get just a little bit further into Iowa tonight. And then tomorrow I'll be into Montana. And then home after that is pretty plain sailing. Once I hit that 90 up here, it's like my home straight. Even though it is 1,700 miles to home. I feel I'm home then. I'm looking forward to going through Montana as well. South Dakota, Sturgis, all that, because I haven't run that way for quite a while. So it's going to be nice. And the weather's looking lovely, look. It's a lot better than all them storms. I have had a nice day. It was a bit chilly this morning, first thing. It was down at 8 degrees, but nice and dry. It's been dry all day long. We can't complain at that. Better than them poor buggers down in Florida, that's for sure. There we are, we're in Foot Down Friday time. I've just gone to started to head west in South Dakota, up on the I-90 now. I just want to show you this. This is a 370 mile stretch before a turn off. Let's have a look there. You see the what we've got there? We've got 7.5 over the last 12,638 miles. Yeah. This is what I don't exactly like coming up this way that much. I prefer going over what is it, New Mexico, and that way. Because the fuel now, I can guarantee you, will take a drip. Drip? A drip? Why would it take a drip? Take a dip. It's just coming across because it's only a side wind, but so usually 9 times out of 10 it's a headwind across here, and it's also all flat. This is all the Badlands and that. Like I say, for 370 miles, straight flat across here. A little bit of up and down, but not a lot. And the wind really picks up over here. You don't get a great lot of snow on the ground here. You'll get a covering and stuff like that, but the winds, man, the chill factor is horrible. I'm talking serious. Ow, 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 bites into you. Really bad. In winter, obviously, which will probably be next month. Happy days, eh? So we'll just see. I've got leaning, actually. It is very strong at the moment, so we'll just see when I get out the other side. I'm going to run it at 73. It's 80 mile an hour across here. I'm in no hurry. I've got 1,575 miles to home, so I've got plenty of hours left. I'll be home tomorrow afternoon, so you know, I'm just going to take it across here 75, 73, no more than that, and see how much my fuel hammers when I get down the other side. We'll see. There it is, there's Sturgis. We're not stopping today though. I've got another 3 hours to run, so 3 hours, if I stop today, that's 3 hours less I have with my family, so crack on, and 3 hours further towards home. When I'm going home, it's always flat to the mat, scraping every bit and doing it as far as I can. So I'll get up to a little place called Brothers, maybe a bit further. I'll see when I get there, but I doubt it. We'll have a look, which is I come off just up here at Spearfish and head over the 212, which is over Crow Reservation. Anybody watched my old other videos will have seen that way over the mountain passes, a couple of little mountain passes, nothing spectacular. I have slung chains a couple of times over there in winter, but at the moment it's still boiling hot. It was up to 33 degrees coming through the Badlands. Oh, and by the way, I can't believe it, I've only dropped 1.1 of a gallon, 7.4. The wind changed direction and it turned out all right, so I haven't lost anything coming this way for a change. 9 times out of 10 it is a headwind or a very strong side wind, which knocks the fuel right down coming that way, but this time it's worked out good for us. I am running light as well, but not that makes a great lot of difference because it's pretty flat coming across there anyway for the 360 miles it is. So I'll go up here on the 212, which cuts a huge corner off the 90, and it's in a lot prettier. It's a nice run, it really is. Like I say, I get to the halfway point, which is 100 mile in from here, which is Brothers. Nice little western town, a lot of hunters in there. There's a little restaurant bar that I go in there, and they have like a meal of the day. Set meal will be stew, it'll be whatever it is, chicken, whatever, and Not a great lot of choice on it. It is what it is, but it's usually good food and a reasonable price. So I'll be firing it into there. Let's see how we get on. Hammer down. Look at the colours there. This is absolutely beautiful. It really is. Stunning. Get it on the big screen. Have a look at them colours. Wasting the time messing about putting it on 1080 when I could be doing it on 720. You will watch it on the big screen and see those beautiful colours. This is a great little road. I love this road, I really do. It's a cracking road. Man, it can be evil in winter. But take the most of it now. I've still got another couple of months before it's going to get too bad, I think. Maybe a month. Maybe no, a couple of months. Couple of months left. Here I am, just coming into the town. Ashland or something, I think it is. I mentioned before in other videos, remember, when you're coming through towns, slow the fuck down. Don't go high mountain. That one. What's that? Spence. Oh, it's marriage of bloody wanna. Dirty heathens. Yeah, slow it down through towns, villages. Local cops always very protective of their towns, obviously. So you come storming us past, they're going to be pretty pissy with you, aren't they? You know what I mean? So just don't do it. You won't want somebody coming past your house, steaming through or anything like that. I ain't going to park right outside of Fred's, I don't think. There's my bar and Pete's the place and what have you, just up there on the right. I'm going to pull back a bit. I don't fancy. Let me just. That's an angle, isn't it? What time is it? I'm just going to go back a bit now. I'm right opposite the shop. There used to be another bar here as well on the right hand side, which is a shame. It burnt down about a year back, which is sad because had a lot of history. It was apparently a guy who built 3 or 4 bars on his little travels through way back in time. And, yeah, it burnt down. It was a cool bar as well. They're all the same. There's one in Spearfish and one Deadwood as well. And there was this one here just that's on my right, but which isn't there now. Right, I found that this does sound ignorant, but I don't pull right over to the right hand side or the left hand side because I've done that before, and some Peni with huge great exhaust leaving his engine running has pulled up and parked next to me, and it's like, you cock. Bum, 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 bum. I love the sound, don't get me wrong on them things, but I don't want it ringing in my ear all bloody night, that's for sure. Good night. Good morning, y'all. Here we are, still on the 212. Great night last night in the pizza place. God, what a good laugh it is in there. Local sheriff was in, as usual. He pops in, and we had the crack. It was good. So a little bit of a late start this morning, but fun was had, and I needed that. It was a good laugh. This is a little mountain that I've been caught out on a couple of times. Bloody thing. Once the sheriff was at the bottom making us all chain up. And another time I come storming up and somebody missed a gear halfway up. It was a little bit nearly to the top. It was just round this bend here. Where was it? It was basically just a little bit further up, just on this bit here, this straight. He missed a gear right at the top there. There's a few of us and there was no way to get out. Everybody had blocked up and everything. So we all stopped and there was no traction or anything. We all had to sit here and put chains on, which, yeah, right at the top here. Hey, it happens, you know what I mean? It was a nice day though. It wasn't too bad, but the snow had stopped, but it was all packed down, and we just couldn't get moving, none of us. So everybody had to sling chains. It was a bugger, but there you go. That's the fun of the winter. winter coming on. As you can tell, I'm all excited for the bad weather. Not. Even when it's raining in Montana, it's still beautiful. Absolutely stunning. It is nice to be away from a lot of the traffic as well after coming back up through Florida and through Nashville, Jacksonville, all those, and just chock-a-block with traffic and stuff. You get out across the middle South Dakotas and all that, and it's just flat to the map, plain sailing, not a lot of traffic. That's rush hour just there. Only 621 miles to go. It's been drizzly rain all day, but hey, it's better than snow, that's for sure. The deer laid there sleeping forever. Let's see what tomorrow brings with the weather. I'm not sure, I didn't even look at it, see what it is, but it'll be right. I'm going to do another, probably another hour and a half or something like that. Get myself down to the 500 mark. There's the little train. Doot doot. That's the coal train. Look at the size of that thing. Be a mile long, that bad boy. Colossal weight. It just amazes me how the sidings don't just collapse when they're... You see them coming through. You'll hear that horn everywhere in America. Just about everywhere. You'll hear the distant sound. When I first moved here, it used to annoy the hell out of me. Now I like the sound. Hear it in the distance. If you block it out, you don't really hear it if you're close to it, kind of thing. But you obviously do, but you don't, if you know what I mean. The huge railway network here. Amazing thing. Works a little bit better than British Rail. Not a lot better. The coast-to-coast links and all that, and the container, double high containers stacked, and that, amazing to see. It really is something else. Obviously learned by the mistakes of England when they built the ones in England when they came over here, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Make it a little bit better. We'll go straight through. Of course, there was all the land and everything wasn't bought up, so they could, well, the majority of it, so they could just go straight across, if you know what I mean. Made it a hell of a lot easier to sort out. Yeah, the ones in Torrevieja, there's a viaduct, a bridge that comes off the other side of town. And sometimes they'll park the trucks up while they're, the carriages up and stuff, while they're messing about coupling other ones up. And they left one there over the bridge. It was sat there for a day or two, and it was fully loaded, timber and all sorts of array of different stuff on it and things like that, containers, lumber, all sorts, grain trailers, everything basically. And I was thinking, Jesus, how does it just not crush the bridge and that? It's just amazing because, you know, one of those carriages alone, the carriages here, I think they're weighing at something like 30-40 tonne, empty. The grain one or something like that, or a coal one, you know, they aren't light, that's for sure. And you know, this is a Vernon fact, not, no, it's an actual fact, not a Vernon fact. The reason they have that jolt in the middle, when they set off, you'll if you're on a train, you feel that pull, pull. That they have to have that, otherwise it'll just sit and spin. If it was solid connection, so that's what gets them going. If you follow what I mean, right? You ready? I'm going to explain this. As they get going, it goes boop, boop, boop like that, and they push into each other. That gives it the momentum to get going. Because if they were solid, fastened together, the wheels would just spin and they wouldn't go anywhere. They wouldn't get any traction or anything. It's metal to metal. But with that little bit of a jolt, it gives the push-pull effect. There you go. That's a proper Vernon fact and an actual fact. Look on there. No, we haven't. There you go. Onwards and upwards. We'll be stopping for a Huckleberry milkshake soon. When I'm driving down here in this stretch, all of Montana basically, I don't think there's an ugly part in Montana. There must be somewhere, but it makes it all worthwhile. Definitely all that traffic coming up through Atlanta and all that mess about of a day a day and a half of shitty traffic and stuff like that to be rewarded when you get up the top and into South Dakotas and across here. It really, really is. It's absolutely beautiful. And of course, without the traffic, can't go wrong, can you? Can't grumble. And it'll get less and less now the traffic down the summer's over, and then the bad weather will come, and there'll be even more less traffic. That doesn't make sense, does it? There'll be even less traffic. Just little old silly truckers out here bobbling along to supply the supermarkets with all your needy stuff. There's some Bambis, unpredictable Bambis. Just I don't like that. No, don't do that. It's so unpredictable. We don't mind them just staying there, but we don't like the head up staring thing. Keep the heads down, that's happy, they're just munching on the grass, but that head up look bit, you know, they are funny. Somebody told me about this, that they watch for each other. When there's a few of them, and then he said emigrating then. When they're moving, or whatever you call it, loads of them, one of them, the head one, if there's, I don't know, if there's 6, 7 of them or something like that, will stand at the side of the road and watch while the other ones are all hidden back. And I thought, that's bullshit. You know, they don't know how to cross the road, but they actually do that. I've seen that with my own eyes. One will stand near the side, and you think there's just the one, and then you look closely, and there's a dozen of them or so, all hidden back in the bush and what have you. Really cool. So if the first one gets it wrong, they're all fucked basically. But you know, they're pretty good. You don't see that many squashed. You'll probably see in the morning. There's you probably see, I don't know, first thing in the morning before they get tidied up, I might see 6 or 7. Which over the space of 300 miles, that's maybe not bad, is it? Depends where you are, obviously. Which part of the country you're in and stuff like that, and it varies from different types of deer and the elk, like further over in South Dakota, Rapid City and things like that. You've got big elk there. Jesus, you hit one of them, it's going to make a total mess. That bull bar on the front of my truck ain't going to do anything against one of those things. They're just going to rip the front off. But hopefully we won't be hitting one. I don't fancy that. There's another one there on the left. There's loads of them about now. Just that time of day when they're all... So that one in the middle needs to get back over the other side. So he'll be coming... He will be coming over at some time. Nearly there. Nearly there to finishing for the night. We haven't done bad since it was a late start from that. I haven't done 540 mile. I've still got 3 hours left if I want them. We're going to get up the top of Lookout or somewhere like that, I think. Into Idaho. Get some bloody deaf AdBlue, whatever you want to call it. The garage where I fueled up at earlier, they didn't have any. It run out, so we're about need some more of that, which is annoying because I hate fueling up. I hate is that. And this is the big river, God knows lots of water river, and another train. Just coming down to over the river now, in the middle of Washington. This is me a bit further on, and then you're back into Western Washington. Home part, this is Eastern Washington, and it doesn't look as good as last time I came down here. I'm right in the middle of a load of wildfires, which is put a lot of smoke out there, and it's horrible, spoiling the beautiful view. But it is what it is. They happen every year. A lot of them are neglect. There are people chucking tabs out or campfires or shit, and just basically neglect. But they've been happening for years and years. And the wildlife comes back and it all sorts itself out and shit like that. A Stephanie fact, so we know it'll be a proper fact. The pine tree drops its pine cones in extreme heat of the fires, so, and apparently that gives regrowth to other plants coming up, or something or other. I forget now. She'll tell you this full story sometime. Remind me next time we're together and we need Stephanie Fact. She'll tell you all about the pine tree. So, you know, it's been going on for forever and time. Which does make it a bit horrible. But extreme temperatures don't help as well. It's only 11 o'clock in the morning and it is 21 degrees. October, beginning of October, Steve. 2nd, I think. Yeah, 2nd. Not far now. 3 hours and I'll be in home. I'll call in at home first and then pick the lad up and then go to the yard. A lot of people out today though. I say people are still taking advantage of the good weather and out there. It'll change soon though. Oh, it will change. It's probably still warm enough to go swimming down there. There's my little swimming area on the right there. There is, there's some people in the water there. On the right, I don't know if you can just see them there. Look, swimming. Yeah, the water will still be nice. Nice little swimming hole is that there. Up the hill we go, onwards. This is quite the hill, is this, on Interstate 90? I never realised it's actually 10 miles. We're on from the bottom of the river there, going across the river to the top of here is 10 miles. Way up to the top, I don't know how high it is. Very high. Not huge Mont Blanc high, but for a 10 mile keep going up, that's quite the climb. Nothing for a good Detroit engine though, good gracious no. It says here actually, I think, does it say how high we are? There you go. 2,535. Don't know what that is in meters. Not super high, but still quite the climb for 10 miles straight up. Here we are, up on the top now. High desert. Maybe. Guess it is. Here we come up to Snoqualmie, or Cockle-me, as it says on the subtitles. Because it doesn't understand my accent. Yeah, no snow yet. I'm surprised. I thought there might be a little bit on the top, but nothing, which is good. We don't want that snow line yet creeping down, which, like I say, I was surprised. I thought by now we'd have a little bit up on the top, but nothing. That's nice. There's your, to look to about 2 o'clock, you'll see, 10 o'clock, sorry. You'll see this ski slopes there. 1, 2, 3, and there's one further on you can't see it. I think it's 3 or 4, or maybe more, I'm not sure actually. Which will, they will come soon. Maybe another month, 2 months, December, before they start skiing on it. Mid-December, something like that, towards the end of December. It's a hell of a slopes, aren't they? When you see them like that, they look. God, it won't get me coming down there. It was hard enough walking up it in the dry. I've been up there a couple of times. It's a nice walk. Easier coming down. It's a beautiful day. We've still got 23 degrees. It'll be chilly a bit. It'll drop a few degrees when I drop down the other side of the mountain. This is when it starts to get bumpy on here as we start to climb. Very rough road. They're just rebuilding the other side, but that was in a terrible state. It really was. Not stopping on the top today. I'm going home. I want to be home. Get me sent home. Because it's west, it's a steady climb for miles and miles and miles, so you don't really notice it, and then there's just this last little bit that's the sharp bit. Unlike the other mountain that we came up, that's only a 10-mile hill. This is, gotta change gear. What would you do there? Did I ask for that? No. But it is pretty, isn't it? Man, it is pretty. Oh, it's so much prettier without snow. No, it does look pretty with snow as well. That's a nice pink going the other way. Them colours work. Need to get up here and do some more of the hikes. Magical mountains, the beautiful colours. Another week or two and it'll be a lot brighter as well than the old one. Good pizzas in town if you come off of the this exit or the other one at the other side. You can't come off the westbound exit, the second one. It's only coming up the other way. Come off it. Whereas going this way, I think there's two. I think you can come off on the other side, going the other way. See where they repaired it? They made a great job, haven't they? It's absolutely amazing. Trusty assistant, I'll just hold the camera and show you the south side. Oh, somebody waving to me. Pretty cool. Better let Mister out. Swifty Swift Swift. I'm not sure, but there's I think my buddy Jim's a bit in front of me. I just saw the truck. I've been seeing the truck earlier, but I can't catch him. He's off like that. Nice and light, so we ain't got a problem coming down. Not nice and light, probably about 32 tons, something like that, so you know, nothing at all. Oh, Jesus. A problem for the Detroit. A lot of people out today. Look at them beautiful colours. There's the scary bridge. God, this is so scary, this bridge in winter. When the snow line's right up to the top of it, all you can see is that little flimsy bit of metal. It's like, yeah, they ain't gonna help me. We're up on stilts here as well. Make sure you watch this on the big screen. Shooting in 1080 for the kicks and giggles. I said shits and giggles the other day. It's kicks and giggles. So make sure you get it on your big screen, your big telly, and I ain't wasting my time then. And you take full advantage, because that is absolutely amazing. You won't see it on the telephone as much, or a tablet or anything like that. Need it on your big screen. Get it whacked up the colours and get a look at that beauty. I get paid for this. So I should bounce in about like I am. Oh, I've got some news, some gossip when I'll do just a small video, maybe this afternoon or tonight when I get up to the yard. I've been offered something. That's all I'm saying. But we'll do a little video on that. And down and down and down and down and down we go. This is a good downhill, all the way down into Seattle, basically. You go up a little bit and then come down, but majority a lot of downhill. Remember, you need your snow chains now on Snoqualmie, and you will have to put them on, otherwise you'll get your pants pulled down and you will be basically fucked if you don't. If the snow chain law's up, that is, obviously. If it isn't, just get over there. $800 and something fine if you don't chain up, and so it should be. People who don't do it spin out the top and mess it up for everybody else. So get them chains on, and plus you need 7 on this mountain, and you do get regular checks. They will check to make sure you have 7 chains. You have to have a spare one. It's the only mountain that I know that you have to have a spare chain. Absolutely. What do you need? A spare steering wheel? A spare, I don't know. As well? God, it's ridiculous. And they want you to chain all 6 up. 4 drives and 2 on your trailer. Me and the Bean! Say hi. We're just going up the yard. I just managed to get home, wash the truck really quickly, and I was going to take it up in the morning, but it means getting up early, so what have you. So we may as well run up there now, leaving everything up at the yard, and because there's needs some work doing on the truck. It's got a funny little rattle going on the front end. I don't know what's going on. It sounds like a shock's loose or something. I can't see anything untoward in there, but something's not right, and plus it needs that tyre that I changed taking off, and another one matching the other side putting on. So there's a few little bits and pieces, and I ain't leaving again till Thursday, so that's 3.5 days at home I'll have, which is nice. And that took me, what did it take me? I did, I think all in all that's 7,500 miles. Just over actually, 7,800 miles, and I left 2 weeks ago on the Monday, exactly 2 weeks, so that's not bad. But I have worked every day, you know. I hadn't had a day off at all. I hit it straight through, rolled my 34 basically, because I was running agriculture and wanted to get the hell out of there. There was no point staying in Florida, was there? And that windy place, I'm sorry, deserve, but I was out. So nice, we're gonna chill and we're gonna have some fun out with Bean. We're gonna have fun. Looks like he's gonna sleep already. Are you gonna go to sleep? Hey, are you gonna go to sleep already? Catch you in a bit. And one of the prettiest parts of America is right here on my doorstep. Oh, it's a bit cloudy. Look, we can see, there's the Three Sisters. There, we can see a little bit of snow just starting on the top of that one of the peaks. Because of the, what is it, the smoke. Can't see it. Because of the fires, sorry, they can't see it too well. But it is a gorgeous little commute down here. Absolutely, I'm never going to get bored of this little ride up here to the yard, 32 mile. Brilliant biking road. Great coffee in this little little village here, town, village, whatever you want to call it, village basically. Super cheap fuel as well. Can't remember the name, Acme I think it is or something. It's one of our regular stops, but Jack has retired to the bedroom. Are you asleep, Jack? Yep. Jack's back there all asleep already. Didn't take long.